Hi friends! Today we're gonna get up close, like really close, to some amazing sea creatures. I'll show you a close-up image of an animal that lives in the sea. As soon as you think you know what it is, shout out your answer. Are you ready? Let's go! Now what do you think this might be? Time's up! What is it? If you said sea turtle, you're right! Give me a high fin! Study this next one carefully. Shout it out if you know it. Time's up! What is it? If you said whale, you're right! Great job! That was a huge accomplishment! What do you think we're looking at here? Time's up! What is it? If you said shark, then everybody out of the water. Oh, and you're correct. Great job. Well done. God sure did make some pretty amazing sea creatures, didn't he?
Feel the wonder, say his name. Watch the darkness slip away. Put your power on display. Say goodbye to fear and shame. We won't stop coming after you. We won't move until you move. Come and do what only you can do. Come and do what only you can do. We won't stop coming after you. We won't move until you move. Come and do what only you can do. Come and do what only you can do. Move. Signs and wonders in his name. We won't stop coming after you. We won't move until you move. Come and do what only you can do. Come and do what only you can do. We won't stop coming after you. We won't move until you move. Come and do what only you can do. Come and do what only you can do. Move.
Now Saul went on his way, and as he came near Damascus, a light from heaven flashed around him, and he heard a voice that said, Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? Saul cried out, Who are you, Lord? And the voice said, I am Jesus, "Rise and go into the city, and you will be told what to do." So Saul got up and he opened his eyes, but he couldn't see anything. So the men who were with Saul led him into the city. After 3 days, a man named Ananias came to Saul. He put his hands on Saul, and immediately Saul could see again. And with that, Saul became a follower of Jesus. He became the very thing he had tried to hunt. And he immediately began telling people that Jesus is the Son of God. And he taught them about the mercy of God that he had received. And all who heard him were amazed. He then went by a new name, Paul, as he began preaching not just to the Jewish people, but to everyone, despite many difficulties like being imprisoned, shipwrecked, and narrowly escaping death multiple times. Paul continued to preach about Jesus. Paul said that he would do everything he could to save people and help them know God. And that's just what he did in order to reach people who would otherwise be unreached. And many came to know Jesus because of what Paul said. Paul taught many in his day through his letters, but even more have come to learn more about Jesus through the letters of Paul that can be read even to this day.
I am very excited to spend this next few weeks with you guys, learning how to guard our heart and learning that home is exactly where we can find the Lord in our lives.
Oh, hi, me hearties. This is me story. Some of you may be thinking, you're a pirate. Pirates are not good. Well, let me tell you, it's not always what you think. It's about what's inside and in your heart that matters. Me name is Pirate Antonio Samuel Smith III, but most just call me Pirate Pete. I know you be joining me from home. Well, I've been asked by Miss Jen to share me story with you. It is really about me greatest adventure, one that I never thought I'd experience, but one that changed me life forever. As do most, I started in humble beginnings. Just a pile of fabric and a bunch of unspooled thread was I. You see, I knew that I was destined for great things. The Lord had always been a part of me life, even though I didn't know him personally at the time. You see, me bounty was paid for from a Christian bookstore here in California. To think back on those good old days, when me little buccaneers would take me on great adventures. We walked the plank, plied the seas together, listened to stories from their mum and dad. We went to church together, to Awana. I learned karate, went to piano lessons, baseball games. We sung sea shanties. Though they never took me to school, we learned and laughed and grew. I remember one very special day. The mom was telling us a story about how much God loves us. She said knowing God was as easy as A, B, C, and seeing as how I love the sea, I knew I was in. And blow me down, that very day me and the little buccaneers did it. We prayed and talked to Jesus. We told Jesus that we needed him to take the helm and that we would be his crew. But it's not been easy. Me buccos have been hit by this pandemic, and they've marooned me into this pile of dirty clothes and stanky socks. Shiver me timbers. I was sitting in that dirty pile, and I felt hopeless, like I had lost me home. But then I remembered Mum's words. Jesus loves you. He wants to be your forever home. The Buccaneers' mom read us a verse from Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it, it says. Then I remembered that he is at the helm, and I am in his crew. So I prayed, because his word is hidden in me heart. Like the verse from Psalm 119:11. I have hidden your word in my heart, that I might not sin against you. I prayed that God would heave-ho and get me out of this pile of smelly things. And you will never guess what happened next.
We have learned that H is for home. Home is where your heart is. It is your heart guarded by God. It is your heart protected by God. And the way that you do that is to hide God's word in your heart. Let's pray, you guys. Dear Jesus, thank you for today. Thank you for Pirate Pete and his little sidekick, and that we can learn from you in lots of different ways. We ask that we will have fun, and we will grow, and we will be more like you, and we will learn that home is in you, Father. In your name we pray, amen. All right, guys, listen. I know that you've been home. I know that some of you are doing homeschooling and distance learning. I want you to know that we're praying for you, that we care about you, that we love you so much, and that you can do this. I know it's difficult, but you can do it. And we're praying for you and your mom and your dad, your family, your teachers, that you will be able to do all things through Christ who strengthens you. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding.